Mama wo akwaba ababio GTV live so subscribe, like, comment, na share emame. Yehu wadwenche na yehu sene dwumbandi no esitie.
Is to outdoor the maiden edition of our initiative dubbed Let the Citizen Know: Transparency and Accountability in Motion. This initiative aims at providing the Commission the opportunity to engage with the citizen and inform them about our activities and processes from now until we close our doors to election 2020. It would also afford us the opportunity to receive feedback from the citizens, to answer their questions and address their concerns. The question that has been posed is, why are we doing this? As a Commission, we believe that the citizen should be informed about our processes and activities and about the actions that we take. Indeed, since assuming office in 2018, we have endeavored to bring the Commission to the doorstep of key stakeholders by updating and informing them about our operations and activities. As you may recall, we engaged and interacted with a variety of stakeholders across the country, including religious bodies, traditional authority, the media, civil society, to name a few. It is in that same spirit, that is the spirit of transparency and accountability, that we are gathered here today. We believe that this platform would afford us an opportunity to provide timely information on a regular basis to the citizenry. We are confident that by doing so, we will demystify the operations of the Commission and remove the cloaks of secrecy that had hitherto shrouded our work. We are keen to ensure that citizens are provided with the truth and facts as they unfold. As a Commission, we are determined to open up our processes and promote transparency around our work. It is our resolve to assure the citizen that there's nothing mysterious about our operations, and to let the citizens know that as sensitive as our mandate is, the operations leading to our elections are basic, mundane issues such as registering voters and so on and so forth. We are of the view that providing timely updates to the citizens will help build trust and confidence in the Electoral Commission. This, we hope, will help erase the tensions and suspicions that characterize our work and elections generally. Distinguished friends from the media, this initiative dubbed Let the People Know aims to help us to achieve the objectives I have outlined above. Through you, our dear friends in the media, we intend to engage with the citizens twice a week, that is on Wednesday and Friday, starting today. Using the Let the Citizen Know platform, we will provide citizens with regular updates ranging from the number of persons who register nationwide, to details on male-female ratios, to the number of people who use the guarantor system, and to the number of people who use a form of identification, and so on and so forth. In short, we are keen to provide you with the facts as they unfold on the field, and to let you know what the situation is regularly. We believe that by so doing, each and every one of us as citizens would be able to collate and have an idea, a fair idea of the number of people who have registered under the 2020 voter registration exercise. We believe this should not be secret, and each and every one of us as citizens is entitled to that information. And as we go along in all our various processes, we will bring you timely, relevant information and answer your concerns and questions. To you, our media personnel gathered here, we consider you as our bridge to the citizenry. You are a gateway to the public, and we hope and trust that you will be accountable to the citizen by presenting them with the facts and evidence as they are laid bare here. We trust that in carrying out your duties as seasoned journalists, you will put Ghana and no other entity first. We have no doubt that you understand the times in which we find ourselves. This is an election year, and already the tensions and suspicions are high. It is therefore important that you offer objective reportage on issues that transpire here. You have a responsibility not to use your platform and this platform for sensationalism. We, that is you and us, owe it to the citizens to present the facts and the truth as they unfold in this very room. We view you as our partners in the enterprise of informing the citizens on the plain facts and the truth. We believe that we are in this together, and the role we each play will have a bearing on the future and destiny of our dear country, Ghana. At the end of the day, when all is said and done, we should each find ourselves on the side of truth and justice. Eligible voter. On the contrary, it is to ensure that all our citizens who qualify are afforded the opportunity to register and cast their votes. The Commission is of the view that only eligible citizens should have the right to determine who governs and leads our dear nation. And we are determined to ensure that no one is left behind. We deem it necessary to assure you that our decisions and actions are taken without fear or favor and without recourse to any individual or group of persons. We have a duty to our citizens to ensure that only the will of the people stands. I urge all Ghanaians to move forward with the Commission in implementing the ruling of the court. And indeed, this is the moment for all of us to move forward. It is time for us to turn our energies towards the exercise of registering voters. Let us join hands together, notwithstanding our differences, to ensure that every Ghanaian, every deserving Ghanaian of 18 years and above is able to register as a voter. Dear citizens, your participation in and monitoring of the voters' registration exercise will be critical to maintaining the integrity of the register. Please participate in the voters' registration exercise. Monitor the process at your registration centers and draw the attention of the Commission to any anomalies you might observe in the process. Together, we will arrive at a comprehensive and credible voters' register. I'll now move on to an issue of importance to the registration process. That is the question of eligible documentation for proving one's identity as a Ghanaian. Indeed, CI 126 speaks to this question. CI 126 specifies the documents that each citizen of Ghana is required to present in order to be eligible to register as a voter. The required documents are a valid passport or a national identification card issued by the National Identification Authority. CI 126 further specifies that in an event that a citizen of Ghana does not have either of the above documents, he or she must present two guarantors who must themselves have registered under the current registration process to vouch for or guarantee the identity of the said person as a citizen of Ghana. We are aware that some concerns have been raised about the issue and the use of guarantors. We wish to acknowledge these concerns. We understand that it may seem like a burden having to find two registered persons to vouch for one's identity as a Ghanaian. And yet, it seems to us to be the lesser of two evils. Although it may take a little bit more of your time and that of your guarantors, it will ensure that only persons who are Ghanaian and of 18 years old are listed on our voters' register. Guaranteeing of identity through the use of guarantors is actually not a new phenomenon in Ghana's voting procedures. This system has been with us since the beginning of our democracy, as the framers of the law anticipated situations in which Ghanaian citizens might, for legitimate and unavoidable reasons, be unable to prove or provide documentation to prove their citizenship. May I crave your indulgence, ladies and gentlemen, in presenting you with available data on the numbers of persons who have in the past been registered using guarantors as follows. In 2014, 928,540 persons were registered as voters. Of this number, 82.2% of registered voters used the guarantor system. In 2016, 1,046,067 persons were registered as voters. Of this number, 92.5 used guarantors. In the continuous registration process in 2016, 37,929 persons were registered. Of this number, 93.1% used guarantors. In the referendum of 2018, 47,852 persons were registered. 99.5 of these persons used guarantors. In 2019, the limited registration process of 2019, 1,211,395 persons were registered. 95.2% of these persons used guarantors. As you would have observed from the above numbers, my predecessors have applied this system in the past, in past voter registration processes, as they have sought to ensure that no one was disenfranchised for valid reasons beyond their control. I hope and pray that the 2020 election should be the last time that we as a country will need the guarantor system. As come 2020, all citizens should have been issued with national identification cards. Should have become routine procedure carried out at the national, district, and regional levels. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier, the voters' registration exercise begins tomorrow. It begins at a time when we as a nation have not yet beaten the COVID-19 virus, nor completely curtailed its spread. The registration exercise, will require the gathering of large numbers of people. There's the risk of transmission and spread of the COVID-19 virus at these gatherings. We are aware that some of us would prefer that we wait for the end of the pandemic before carrying out our processes such as this one. Others believe that since the virus may linger into long term, we must find ways to stay safe while engaging in our normal business. The latter view seems largely to reflect the global approach to the question of when to resume normal economic and social life, but with each country adapting this approach to its circumstances. As a Commission, we have paid close attention to the signals from the government and from the Ghana Health Service, which suggests the latter approach. We have in addition held discussions with the national COVID-19 team established by the government and again the Ghana Health Service. We have taken their advice on best practice in curtailing the spread of the virus. We have thus developed the following safety regimen to be carried out at all our registration centers throughout the country. First, as has been our practice, all registration centers will be set up outdoors in open spaces, where schools, churches, and other such venues are used as registration centers. We will not